Hey everybody, Maurice Miller here, Wealth Advisor with Redwood Financial Network. And today I want to talk to you about how to protect your number one asset. Now, before we can talk about how to protect your number one asset, one has to think, what is the number one asset? Now, when I talk to most people, they would say, their home, maybe their 401k, maybe something that a relative has given to them. But if you're like me, who is of the certain class that is still working, believe it or not, you are your number one asset. Your ability to make money is what's the most valuable thing that you have at this point. Because even if you have a 401k or a home that's paid for, has equity in it, if you were to lose your ability to work, you may have to use that asset and deplete it. So, how do you look at protecting that number one asset, which is yourself? Obviously, you want to do the best you can to remain healthy, but things still happen. So, what we're going to look at today is disability insurance. Disability insurance comes in if the event ever occurs that you lose your ability to work, whether that's through an illness or through an accident. Now, for a lot of people, they can get somewhat disability coverage through their employer, but traditionally, you want to seek a policy outside of your work environment because you can tailor it more to your individual needs. Now, with disability insurance, what it does is it kicks in case you were to lose your ability to work after so many months. Now, the reason it's important is because Social Security has very strict requirements on what they would look at if somebody was disabled. And a lot of times you see all these commercials for these attorneys where they'll say, hey, have you been denied Social Security? Because it is something that can be quite difficult to get. And if you don't have income coming in, how are you going to pay your bills? How are you going to maintain your current lifestyle? How do you make sure that things like your life insurance or your mortgage, those important things, don't go lapse? It's through disability insurance. Now, some of the things with disability insurance is solely based on your type of work. So if you're in a dangerous field, obviously you're going to pay more. But one of the most important things you can do with disability insurance is making sure that you purchase a policy that's tailored to your profession. And it's also tailored to replace your income. With your disability insurance, what it allows you to do is to protect not only your risk of losing your ability to earn income, but making sure that the income comes in to cover all your normal expenses. And depending on how you structure the policy, it may pay for so many years, or it may pay up until the point where you get to the age where you can collect Social Security. So here's the thing. With your disability policy, you want to make sure that obviously you talk to an insurance professional who's well versed in it. But where this becomes even more important are for small business owners, because everything that you do is tied into your business. If you are not there, what happens to that business? 9 times out of 10, it may close. And as a business owner, you can purchase policies to cover your overhead for a certain amount of time as well as your personal income. So here's what you do. If you're interested in learning more about disability insurance, feel free to send me a message through our Facebook page, or you can comment on this post. But make sure you leave your comments, you share it, uh, like it, tag someone who you know is a small business owner and probably can benefit from this. Again, Maurice Miller, Wealth Advisor, Redwood Financial Network, signing off about how to protect your number one asset.